Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Heel Fan News. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a new year. Same
time.
Same. What you mean new time? Same what?
Go ahead.
But we have a very, very special guest. A matter of fact, it's probably one of the best factions here in the state of Michigan.
Yes. We have Jack Price,
Boom.
Aaron Orion,
Boom.
and Karam. And they're known as Death Threat Army.
DTA, if you don't know, by the way.
Yo, what's up?
We would love to thank you guys for taking time out of your busy schedules to come and grace us with your presence. I want to jump right into it, guys, if you don't mind. You guys, people, when they talk about wrestling, they talk about factions, you guys are brought up as one of the top factions in wrestling today. Why is that?
I think it's because we're more than just a wrestling faction. We are a brotherhood. We are best friends. We are family, and that's in and out of the ring. And people can see that, and they can feel that when we're in the ring, when they see our videos online, when they see us in real life, they can see that this isn't like fake wrestling. This is real life to us. Our relationship goes beyond the ring, and it goes into our everyday lives.
Well, speaking of that, you guys, especially you two, y'all been tearing it up everywhere. Y'all had great matches, including the Monroes, Lotus, which was probably in my opinion, one of my favorite rivalry. What would you say so far is the highlight of both of your career?
I go with Lotus for me.
As a tag team,
at that,
the Masonic Temple.
Yes.
As a tag team, I would say that like being able to work with Lotus and the Dirty when we first started out, and then we became like those three teams: Death Threat Army, Lotus, and the Dirty became like in the Midwest. Like we were the teams, we were the guys. So then having those matches with Lotus, like at the Masonic Temple, having the matches with Monroe's at XI, all those things, those are like the highlights as like a team, and it helped us put the name DTA on the map, especially in Michigan and the surrounding area.
All right, I have a question for Karam. All right, so you're blowing up everywhere right now. What was your inspiration after your last injury that made you come back so much stronger?
Just because that's not how it was going to end. You know what I mean? I had a lot of complications with my first injury, so I felt like I had a lot to prove. And I think, like, obviously Death Threat Army supported me a lot, guiding me through it and letting me know that I could do it. So it was just really just to show that I was made for this, and just plain and simple, I was just made for it.
Well, not to be short from absence of other members that you guys usually have. You guys have Alex Weir, Isaiah Bronner, am I correct? You don't see him too much with you guys around here, but I know he's with you guys. There's also Adam Wick, Tommy Vendetta. Any more?
We got Jamie Hall, he's in Georgia. He was the original member with me when we were just Death Threat. So when I was stationed in Fort Stewart, Georgia, I had met Jamie, and he was a medic for the U.S. Army. And we started traveling together because we were both stationed in the same base, so we started going to shows together. That's where Death Threat originated. So when I left the Army, he obviously stayed there because he was still serving. And then when I came home, I wanted to keep doing it. So then we came here and started doing that together. And then we started kind of building our brand here. And the same as we have Kenji, who's
Georgia as well. Right?
Down in Georgia, but you mostly would see him like New for the New Generation Wrestling. You see him a lot for in Tennessee, and then Jody Threat out of Canada.
Yeah, Jody Threat is actually in the top 10 period. She beat her opponent. Unfortunately for you guys, you two had to face DBA, which apparently is the Midwest #1 guy. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's that Mitch Hewitt dude. So because he was voted #1 by the fans. But you guys were
I like Mitch.
Yeah, you guys were on there for a minute as a tag team. So speaking of tag team, recently you guys just went at it at a show. You two.
As a matter of fact, I think one of them our new champion.
Whoa. Yes, we're gonna bring that up. Sorry.
No, so if you follow us, you know that no matter where we go, wrestling is about the love of the sport, but it's also about competition. So it doesn't matter if Jack and I are going to wrestle for my titles, my heavyweight title for Tri-City, or if it's going to be for Independence Pro, or it's going to be where it is, or if it's at XI for the Proving Ground Tag Team titles. We are here for the competition. And we know and we consider each other being the best. So if you're in Death Threat, if you're part of our group, I consider you to be one of the best wrestlers, or you're on your way and you have the potential to become one of the best. So when we get to step in the ring with each other, then it's all about the competition. It's all about the love. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I always want to win. Jack's always going to win, going to want to win. Karam's always going to want to win. But when we're together and we're in the same ring, standing across from the ring from each other, then at the end of the day, once the bell rings and it's over, we're still a family.
That's where the bond starts, in the ring, and then we carry that outside. So when we're in there, we tear it up and we have a good time.
So, Aaron, you've teamed with Little Dicky at Proving Ground. I want to know, what's the difference of the chemistry with you and him and with chemistry with your partner, Jack? Like, what are your strategies for both tag teams?
So there's not really a strategy when it comes to teaming with Jack, because we don't have to talk. We don't have to it's just that we're on a level to, he's going to know what I need. I'm going to know what he needs. I can see it in his eyes. If he's, in the middle of the match, he can just look at me while I'm standing on the apron and I can know, like, hey, something's wrong. I need to get in there. Something has to happen, or vice versa. We don't have to have a conversation. We just know. Like, I know him, he knows me. And with Little Dicky, it started out was that I just wanted to win. And all I wanted to do was prove to these guys that no matter who I'm with, I am one of the best tag team wrestlers and tag team specialists in the game, period. And taking Little Dicky from what he was to what he is today is just the proof of that. And so I call myself a leader, and I call myself I guess like a coach or whatever, and the proof is in the pudding with Little Dicky and I winning the tournament, winning the titles, keeping the titles for as long as we did, and then losing them to my partner, another tag team specialist, instead of some of these random dudes who couldn't hold our belts or our boots.
You can say whatever you want. That brings up another interesting question. You are now seen tagging with Tommy Vendetta a lot lately. How's that been going for you guys?
That's been great. So initially we were wrestling in Toronto for Super Kicked, and we just kind of got paired together because we were both military. So he is obviously a Marine, I was a soldier in the Army, and that was kind of like the first, maybe it's because they're like a foreign country, Canada's like, oh, these guys are in the military, I want to put these guys together. And because we're a family, we're together all the time. So they put us together, and then we just clicked immediately. And we have very similar styles. Tommy Vendetta came from my balls. So, wow! As the Prodigy. And so we just clicked immediately in the...
That was a nice analogy right there.
But he came, he trained under me, and we traveled together. So, and then we blew up, and we wrestled for Super Kicked, for Destiny, for a lot of these bigger promotions that are taking off right now. And just like not too long ago, we wrestled the best season in the world in Kansas City, and had a hell of a match. So it's just, I love tag team wrestling, and that's just as simple as it is. And when you have partners like we have, it doesn't matter the combination. We're always going to make it work, and we're gonna excel.
Well, speaking of making it work, and we're talking about XI, one guy didn't make it work for you guys, and that was your buddy Alex Weir. He chose another group to go with. What's up with that?
Downgrade, right?
Yeah. Is it?
Sometimes when you're young and impressionable, you make the wrong decisions.
Oh yeah.
So when they see the power, when they see like you got MM3, you got this, you got that, you want to attach yourself to that, because those are the guys who are established in XI. So then he wants to be a part of that, but Daddy's going to come knocking, and someone's going to beat that ass, and that's going to be one of the boys of Death Threat.
And speaking of opportunity, we know at a recent Proving Ground, you actually had an opportunity at the Midwest Heavyweight Championship. Even though you came up a little short, man, you still did your thing. Now, I want to know, will you have that opportunity next?
I'm not usually the guy walking around asking for the opportunities. If the opportunity is granted to me or earn that opportunity, then you're going to see the same type of match you've seen with Jack, except for I'm not going to have the flu and I'm going to walk away with that damn title.
Yeah, I was sick. That's how you want it.
What the hell?
An age of prosperity. An age of universal advancement and understanding. An age in which the faceless will have to say, "We told you so, we told you so, we told you so."
Hi GTA. We'd like to share our new art with you.
Wow, what the heck was that video? Who was that? That looked like Callaway. What are they calling you?
This guy. Callaway.
What is up with that?
Is there something going on with did they engineer any?
I don't know. Kevin Callaway talking about new art. You guys know what's going on there?
I have no idea.
No, I don't.
I don't even know.
It's cute. It's cute. You know, cute little art. Let's see what you're drawing. Let's see what you're putting up. But you're not Death Threat Army. There's a reason why we are the most popular in the Michigan scene. All right, so you can do all these flashy things, interrupt the program, but you're not gonna be the Death Threat Army. You never
Show
will
lane.
be. Okay.
Wow.
So
late.
have your cute little art. You got Aaron Orion, you got Jack Price, and you got Karam. So what more do I gotta say about that?
Wow.
Simply put, guys, where do we go from here?
Well, actually,
you got another.
I don't really have a question, but I would like to say something because, like, you know, we said we think you guys are probably one of the best factions here
Groups.
in
He just said he's not a faction.
this group.
They're
I
a brotherhood.
apologize. Brotherhood, thank you for correcting me, partner. But not many people would say this, but you guys travel all over. You put your bodies on the line. You put on great matches. So as me, speaking as a fan, the only thing I want to say to you guys is thank you. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for putting in the work to entertain us. But most of all, thank you for putting on great matches. And we will continue to support you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, brother.
We
That
can't
was
do it
nice.
without you. Yeah,
was
can't do it
nice.
without you guys. So.
Well, thank you. You need some tissue for your nose. Anyways,
I get it from your mom.
Whoa.
you want to mess with her diaper, that's on you.
Ew.
Where were we going with this? I don't know. So we were talking about competitions, and you, sir, won a ladder match at Clash.
Yes.
When are you planning on turning that in for your title shot?
Oh, you just gotta wait and see. I got a long time before I have to cash that in. So
until next year, right?
Yeah.
Well, this year, actually, sometime this year.
right. No, I think it's even sometime next year I can cash it in.
okay.
So I'm just waiting till the right time, man. So you know, when you least expect it, right?
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, a little fun tip. He was our first HFN. Had Annie that used to work around here. She bombarded him after his match. I don't know if y'all saw it.
Yeah, it was right after, and I was huffing.
He was
and
all
puffing.
out of breath.
I was like supposed to cut like this dope promo. I was like,
It was still good though. It was death threat worthy. That's for sure. Yeah, you know, and like you said, you're kind of a coach leader. You can tell you've rubbed off on all your brothers in there. You can see that you're like a commander when you get with your teams. I see you sitting on the side, controlling everything that's going on. You're kind of like the coach the Lions could use. Like seriously, I'm just gonna throw that out there, man.
Coach Orion.
Coach, yeah,
it's just all about not
definitely.
sugarcoating. You know what I mean?
Right.
He doesn't sugarcoat. We do something that sucks. That sucks. You know what I mean? We do something that's good. You might get I'm proud of you, but that's why I
He
tell you
will
what you
let
gotta
you
do.
know.
To get
So what you're saying is the rookies of today should be coming in the locker room saying, Mr. Orion, how did I do out there?
Yeah, he'll tell you straight up how it's gonna be.
And that's like the legacy that like when Jack and I first started talking about rebuilding Death Threat here in Michigan, and that's what we wanted to leave behind. Because like when I first came home, for me, like when I came home from the Army, in my head I was like, man, this is over. Like this, my wrestling career, in my head I was like, oh, I'm 28 years old, or I'm not gonna be able to do this much longer. Then it started picking up. Then everything kind of exploded. And then when Death Threat started getting popular, then it went to a whole new level. Then it was WWE, and then this, and then that, and then I realized that like we have so much to offer. We have we might not know the right way, or there might not even be a real right way, but we know the way that has been successful for us, and all we want to do is make sure that we pass it on. That's where Karam came from, and the Tommy Vendetta, and Alex and Adam, is we just want the best for the guys who want it. And the day I met Karam, I gave my number, and instantly he was, text me like, hey, what can I do better? What can I do better? And that was before we were friends. It was the first day I met him, and he had that drive, and he didn't know me, I didn't know him, but he wanted it. And if you want it, we'll give you every building block that we have that we know that we can give. We'll give it, because there's enough pie for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, you can. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you were to put me in a school for a year, a traditional wrestling school for a whole year, or put me on the road with these two, I'm gonna learn more in these two in 3 months more than a year in a wrestling school, and I truly believe that. So much.
Well, let's be honest. This man does help run a school, so
Right. But,
he's got the inside track.
Yeah. But just going on the road with them, and Death Threat had a bunch of people with a base, right? So do a lot of people, but they brought it out of us to be considered one of the best in the Midwest. You know what I mean?
Most definitely. And you can tell how much you work with these guys, because let's be honest, Alex Weird, I'm bringing him up again, but that guy had nothing to him. He was about that big.
Yeah.
He gets with you guys, and boom, he just swells up. Well, Jack has always been a little swollen, and you keep getting bigger and bigger. I'm afraid of this guy. But I do want to bring up one more thing before we get out of here is, I don't know about the rest of these fans, but I love this internet show, Wrestling Dad. It's like one of my favorite things to watch. The newest episode is up, right?
Yep.
You can see him tackle or wrestle with the boyfriend issue with a teenage daughter. It's not fun being on the other side. I've been on both sides, so it's always fun being on the boy side, because you can just tell them, hey, you get her pregnant, you get you chopped off. On the girl side, you can be like, look, keep them closed or I'm going to kill you. But no, I had a teenage daughter, so I can sympathize with you, like, really. So Wrestling Dad's one of my favorite shows.
And with me being a new dad now to a beautiful my stepkids, to a beautiful stepdaughter, what advice would you give me being a new father?
Just be open. And be honest. Like I pride myself with my daughter. That's why we can make those videos. Since she's been 5 years old or something, we've been making these little videos and joking around, and no matter what it was, if it's something small, or now 5-6 years later it's her having a boyfriend, but always just being honest. So she was always comfortable to come tell me, like, Dad, this is how I feel about this, or I think this, or I feel this, and I never put like any like weird I don't know, like for me, like, I see it a lot in other parents of, like, I guess the helicopter parent would even be like not like the right term, but like trying to just like overly protect them and overly hide these things from them, and I just I remember like my mom would always just like, I remember like the first time like I had sex, I was like 16 or something like that, and humble brag, but she was one of the first people I told, because I could tell her anything, and I didn't ever feel like I had to hide anything from her. I didn't feel like she would
I did not tell my mom.
Hey, smart man. You know how our mamas are.
I did not. I would not come home and say, Mom. But that was the relationship that my mom and I had, was that I felt comfortable. I could tell her anything, and
I'd never. You kidding me?
I waited until I was married. How dare you?
My mom found a condom in my room one time when I was a teenager. She was like, we have to have a long talk. I don't know. My friend put it in my backpack. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to be cool.
I just said, Mom, shut the door. I'm busy.
But yeah, but that's the kind of relationship that I want for me and my daughter, is the same relationship that my mom and I had, and having that being able to have an open floor like conversation. If she has a problem with anything, I want her to be able to come to me, and that's why we can make these jokes and stuff in the Pro Wrestling Dad show. Like, is that we can have that, because outside of when the camera's not on, we have that same type of relationship where she can come in and say, hey, somebody's picking on me at school, or somebody is this, or Dad, I have a boyfriend. So it's just like, just make sure that they know that no matter what, they can come to you for anything, and you're not going to judge them because you know that you've already done 10 times worse than she could ever do in her 10 years of life or 15 years of life.
Right.
And that's what I tell my daughter every single day, or my son who's running around fucking pissing the bed. Like, I'm like, dude, like, and he's trying to hide his underwear and stuff like under his bed.
Wow.
But it's just like, dude, I've done this. Like, I've been there. And I you know, so it's like,
You just put your kid out on the spot.
he's 5,
man.
dude. Fuck him.
He's 5.
We're gonna show you this in like 10 years, bro.
But what I'm saying is that, you know, like, is that
You got our cameraman over here rolling, man.
but
Hey, Jack, your mic fell off.
Did it?
hello.
I got it.
Let me tell you, I got
It was all falling apart here.
Wait to
One
talk.
away for the new episode to start. There you go.
But just having, you know, whatever they do, whatever they've done in their short lives, I've been there and I've done it and I've done way worse. So all I can do is expect for them to make the same mistakes and then be able to be there to guide them down whatever I feel like the right path is for them. And all you can do that is the only way you can actually achieve that is by having an open relationship
Right.
with them.
Like when your son comes to you and says, Dad, I'm burning down. I go, take that to the free clinic. I ain't helping you with that. No.
This just went completely that way. Like,
Yeah, that's how it goes.
So, we're going to get out of here pretty soon, but just tell the fans, if they don't know, I'm sure they do know, but just for us, go ahead and look in the camera and tell them where they can find all you guys.
So on social media, you can go through Facebook, it's facebook.com/DeathThreatArmy, same as Instagram and Twitter. It's just at Death Threat Army. For me, it's DT Aaron Orion, and then
For me, is Jack Price 607.
Instagram is Karam_920. I would tell you my Twitter, but I can't remember it.
you just search in Twitter, Karam Wrestling,
Karam.
it's going to come up.
Yeah, search the next big thing. You know?
Aww.
Dude, it's true. Come on.
I appreciate that.
Come on, bro. What was that, like your second match for Clash and you already in line for a championship?
Yeah.
So, you know, when they got you lined up, something big's about to happen
We'll
for
see
you.
what happens.
2020,
I appreciate it.
I expect we already hear about Death Threat Army a lot now. I expect to hear more about you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see you guys more downriver, but, you know, downriver is full of rats.
right quick, what's next for all three of you guys?
I keep up the same head of steam that we have.
Oh, yeah.
2018 and 2019 were both really, really good years for all of us collectively as our family and as our faction, and just keep that momentum rolling, and then, you know, every little step, you know, the bigger a little thing gets, the bigger everything gets. So we just keep building and we keep getting these opportunities, we keep earning these opportunities and being afforded different opportunities, and then we just keep using those to continue our momentum. And the next thing you know, we're a train that can't be stopped.
I
thought you
agree
were
with
a
that.
train noise.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Thanks.
from Heel Fan News and the Death Threat Army, Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
Peace.
Hey, this is Sweet Willie Watts,
And I'm Lil Dicky Watts.
and you're watching Heel Fan News.
The Michigan wrestling news that you can feel.
Yeah, I can get you on the show. No, it'll be no problem. Oh, hold on one second. If you want to be on the show, if you're a wrestler, manager, promoter, just hit us up. HeelFanNews@yahoo.com. We'll set you up. Yeah, no.
It's Heel Fan News. If you don't watch, I'll come for your soul.
security guy that's heading around, but
Who's that pitiful James?
he hasn't like helped. He hasn't pulled any of the gear or anything.
You are the security guard to my boy Flash Thompson. I'll tell you what, secure that curtain right there, secure it for him, and let's bring our boys back out here because I have an idea.
Look how nervous this manager lady is. So nervous.
They're representing the other team in this preview of season 7 of Wrestling with Effect. We have the future Jason Page.
All right, that's cool, bro.
Please welcome in Flash Thompson.
I don't know you, homie.
I'm just gonna walk up to you and start like grinding on you like that whenever I see you.
Hey, they're calling you bad names, bro.
Shut the fuck up! Whoa. Flash, baby, Flash. Look at this. See? Jason Page. Learn something. Now all y'all need to do is get somebody to do your dirty work. See what I'm saying? It's a great thing. But hey, we talked. I got your emails. I got your text messages. And I'll tell you what, you know, I like what you got to say. So tell them what you got to say.
Well, it's a good night to be alive and well at the Hot Rocks here, Michigan. Hot and sultry night. Flash already got paid, so he don't give a shit what you think. Let him talk on his microphone for a second. Now what? Shut up. Shut your mouth, you dirty whore. Shut it. If I wanted any lip from you, I would have got it from his zipper. Now listen, kid, I know you mean well, but in this competition, we need to do a little proving grounds of our own.
They look better on Gaddy.
Put the veterans against the rookies to see how they do under pressure. Yeah, it is good idea.
Flash Thompson.
Yeah, you do. You're welcome, kid.
Who's Flash Thompson?
That's a dream team. That's a dream. Hey, Adam, listen to me.
Screw the 1992 U.S. NBA basketball team. This is the dream team right here. He's the Magic.
Just lay there. Go back to Canada, you lazy sons of bitches.
Adam, listen to me. I'm trusting this man with my life. Look where he's led us. He's led us to laying down the dead weight that held us back of Aaron Orion and Jack Price. He led us to laying them down in the ring. So it's time to trust him, and it's time for you to prove to all these motherfuckers who the fuck Adam Wicked. Oh, and for Jason Page, fuck you.
Classy till the end, Weir.
You kiss your mama with that mouth.
Way to keep it classy, pal.
You won't get the business.
Yeah, give him the daddy hand. Powder it up. Your daddy.
Sex on the floor here?